Strike, well placed. 9-2 is how that match ended at Mona High. Yeah, fabulous performance from them. Yes, so there you have the results there in Group B, in Group E, sorry. And Mona beating Kingston High by 6-0 in their last game. Heidel had beaten Papine 3-0 and Camperdown 1-0 over Wilmers. That was a massive result. And before that, Camperdown Heidel ended 1-1. Mona had beaten Wilmers 3-1. Remember, we carried those two games on the day that Kingston High beat Papine 2-1 at Breeza Castle. So this is how that group is looking. Group E, Mona High, top of the group, maximum 18 points from their 6 matches, 34. The goal difference 34. Wilmers in second position and 12 points. Heidel right in the mix as well. Camperdown not out of it either. Remember, the top two automatically advancing to the second round of the competition. The third place teams having an opportunity to make progress as well. Mona sitting pretty at this stage though.
Thank you so much, Ricardo and the commentary team. Well, Camperdown and Mona High, they will play in the second of our doubleheader here today. But right now the focus is on the match between Holy Trinity and St. Jago. And I'm joined by one fan from each school. I have Jordan on my right. He's from St. Jago. And on my left we have Yui. Yui, let me start with you. Holy Trinity third place right now. You're looking to hang on to that spot. Do you think they can do it?
Yeah, I have confidence in my team. Absolutely.
You've seen them play so far this season, eh?
Yeah.
How do they look to you?
My team, chemistry. In terms of chemistry, my team look good.
All right. So let me head over now to St. Jago now, who'll be looking to overthrow you for that third spot. How do the boys look in your opinion?
Well, I think we have the great quality that we have to win this match. I just think we just need to keep the focus and just believe in ourselves. Because if we don't have belief, we're not able to win the match. So
yeah. So you're looking for that third spot. Do you think you can get it and then move on?
Yes, we can. We just need to make sure that we're mentally prepared for this match. As our coach always say, we have to be mentally prepared for anything that can happen, especially for Holy Trinity. So it's just up to us to get the 3 points.
Right. So one of you is a player. Which one is it? Yui. So Yui, you're not playing today, but I know you're still going to be cheering on after a red card that you would have gotten. Do you think that would phase the team in any way?
Not really. I don't think that, because I'm a main player. I have confidence in the team, so anything, you just blame the team. You can't blame one person.
Understood. All right, so you've heard it from St. Jago and from Holy Trinity. St. Jago trying to get that third position, win 3 points here today, and go ahead of Holy Trinity, who's trying to save those 3 points and, well, save that third position. And speaking of saves, let's see which goalkeeper walked away with the best one this week.
Diving low down to his right, protecting the space at his near post. Tried to fool the goalkeeper. Another look at it through the wall. And Akeem Bernard, the 17-year-old.
Akeem Bernard there with that save of the week, Janae. What's your reaction to that? Do you think that should have been save of the week, or other prospects for you?
I think it should be the save of the week, as in he was leaping from distances, and I think that he deserves it.
Yeah, Mona High versus Wilmers High. Well, Wilmers boys, rather. Apologies to the Wilmers alumni. But that game was very strong. Wilmers coming out on the loser end. But that save, definitely, there were good saves from both goalkeepers, but Akeem Bernard coming up with a better one that week.
Yes, I totally agree, and I think that Wilmers tried to make a statement. Probably late, but they still did.
All right, let's take a look now at the goal of the week.
Pinnock struggling as well, the Mona number 11, looking to get him away there. He's really struggling and limping. He's been limping for quite a while.
Rip from range, oh my word!
it there, Ron Melford, looking back as he sat down. He looked so sad, but this man has all the praise. Look at that strike.
Brilliant strike. Well taken by Thomas. And the dip at the right moment. I wouldn't fault Melford too much. That was an outstanding strike, one of the best we've seen so far this season. Top strike. Beaten for pace as well, Melford. And at the schoolboy level, most goalkeepers will struggle to save that one.
Oh, what a goal. Romarian Thomas leaving that Woodman's keeper in distress. Gerard, what do you think about that goal?
No surprise that was the goal of the week, actually. That was reminiscent of Tony Cruz in that number 8 position for Real Madrid, taking a shot from about 30 yards out. Brilliant goal for the young man.
I totally agree. I think that he is a player that we should watch this season as well for Mona, as they'll be playing later.
Yeah. So we'll take a break now. That's where we leave it. And when we come back, we'll be looking at Holy Trinity and St. Jago, their paths thus far this season.
Welcome back. We're here at Excelsior, but let's take a look at what's going on SportsMax Plus. SSFL Queen's Royal College versus Presentation College live Saturday at 2:30 p.m. 3:30 ECT.
on camp. Yeah, welcome back to Excelsior High. Minutes away from this kickoff between Holy Trinity and the St. Jago High. Janae, these two teams, this is a crucial match for both of them. They're both looking to get into that third position and hopefully get into the second round. So they need to start with a win here today.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah, they've had similar starts to the season. 2 wins, 2 losses. St. Catherine would have been the first match that Holy Trinity would have played. And they would have lost 3-0. Actually, St. Catherine would have beaten them twice, 3-0 in the return fixture as well. And they would have beaten Cedar Grove. Both teams would have beaten Cedar Grove and St. Mary's College 1-0, and St. Mary's College 5-1. And then Jamaica College, who are on the hunt for a 31st title, they would have beaten Holy Trinity 4-2.
Holy Trinity really fighting for that third place position. And now let's take a look at St. Jago High.
2 wins for them as well. Cedar Grove 2-0 in their season opener, and against St. Mary's College 5-1, a similar score to Holy Trinity. Of course, they would have had I would have given them a bright light to this season, given them a spark, thinking that they could fuse something and go on, but then they would have suffered losses to St. Catherine High and Jamaica College.
And they also have St. Catherine High and Jamaica College to play later, and as they fight for that third position, I think those matches will also be very important for them and attaining that third place position.
Yeah, so we've actually said that it is crucial, but now it's time to show our viewers why it is crucial. You see, Jamaica College and St. Catherine High, they've gone way ahead of the 3rd and 4th. They have 13 points. St. Jago High and Holy Trinity both on 6 points, 3rd and 4th, but the goal difference separates them. However, they have some extra work to do because the other groups, the third position, of course, the best thirds are going forward to the second round. They already have 10 points and above. So St. Jago and Holy Trinity, they both have lots of work to do. They don't want to lose here, they don't want to draw. It's most important if they win.
Yes, as you said, it's a very crucial match, and I think that both teams are ready for the task at hand. The fixtures for today, Group B, Holy Trinity versus St. Jago. Then we'll be seeing Cedar Grove versus Jamaica College and St. Catherine High versus St. Mary's College.
Yeah, so these teams would have played each other back in 2017 and in 2019, both in the first round. St. Jago and Holy Trinity, well, that first game in 2017 would have drawn 1-1. 3-2, then Holy Trinity would have gotten the edge over St. Jago. Another draw and another draw in 2019. 2 draws, 0-0 and 2-2. So St. Jago has a lot of work to do against Holy Trinity.
Yes, and from this pattern of playing Holy Trinity, we see a lot of draws. They don't want to draw today in this match if they want to make a statement and advance to the next round.
But even if we look at today's fixture and into this season, you can see that Holy Trinity has a bit of a momentum over St. Jago. Their 3 losses would have come one behind the other, whereas Holy Trinity would have gotten a win, a loss, a win, and then 2 losses. So maybe they have a little bit of an edge.
Speaking of Holy Trinity, 69 years of existence, founded in 1953. The colors worn are red, white and blue, a population of 1,100 people. They have no Manning Cup titles, and their motto, only the best is good enough.
Yeah, so Janae, you would have had a chat with their coach, and let's hear what he said to you.
Coach, it's your first season at Holy Trinity. How is it going so far with this team?
It's been going good. It's been challenging, but we are enjoying ourselves and we're enjoying the experience with the new guys. And we hope to do well today as we continue on our journey.
Well, you're tied on the same points as St. Jago, separated by a goal difference. How important is this match for you?
Well, this match is a very important game. Now, we have been, how I coach, I earmark teams that we're supposed to beat to try to make it to the second round. And this Jago team is one of the teams that we say we have to beat if we want to make it into the second round. So this match is very important for us.
When you say you have to beat St. Jago, yes. As you look at their team, not giving too much away, how are your plans on getting the best of them?
Well, you know, we watched them last week when they lost to Cedar Grove, and we saw that they were some deficiencies that we think we can take advantage of, and as well as trying to fix the things that we need to work on. So training has been good, so let's see what the guys produce today coming out of the training.
And let's look at your group. You're in Group B with the likes of Jamaica College and St. Catherine High. How do you feel competing, and do you think that you can come out in third place?
Yes, we definitely feel it. As a matter of fact, we have earmarked a certain amount of points to get us through to the third place, and beginning today we're going to start our accumulation of points as we try to make it to that 18-point mark that we think is good enough to get us through to the best third place.
Let's take a look now at the Digicel player to watch for Holy Trinity. His name is Teono Vassell. The 17-year-old has 2 goals this season, wearing the number 7 jersey. He'll be attacking from the left wing. His coach making mention to me earlier that he is one instrumental in getting the ball into the box. He also knows how to position himself in the box to receive the cross, and that will be key in scoring for the Holy Trinity team, and they'll be hoping that he can get off the mark here today. All right, so St. Jago High, the Ravens, ironically though, their mascot is a lion, but they call themselves the Ravens. The school of Manchester City women's striker Khadija Bunishaw, also reggae girls striker, and Norman Manley. Let's learn a little bit more about that school, about St. Jago. Founded in 1744, the 3rd oldest school in Jamaica, 278 years. Green and gold, they sport those colors, and their school population 1,800 strong. No Manny Cups yet, but they've won the Walker Cup that back in 2003, and their motto simply says, work conquers all.
Gerard, earlier you had a chat with Coach Garnet Lawrence, so let's take a look.
Coach, a chance here to turn around fortunes after losing your last match. How ready are the boys for this one?
They are very prepared. I mean, losing the last match was it's a big blow. Not expecting to lose a game like that, but it's football. But the training has been very good, and their mindset is back and ready.
Well, Coach, your team is currently 3rd in the table. How important is winning this match to progressing?
Yeah, this is like a 6-pointer. You know, both teams are on 6 points, and they are really playing good. 2 young teams, so we just have to know that we are here today to win this game, and we have to fight for it.
Holy Trinity has an identical start to the season as to St. Jago. What kind of homework have you done about them?
Well, a lot of different homeworks. You know, we have been playing well enough. It's just our finishing has been very poor, and sometimes we do lapse a little bit. So we have been training, you know, to get rid of those incidents and those situations. So they're supposed to display a different Jago today.
Now let's take a look at this SBF player to watch, Daniel Cohen, number 11 for St. Jago High. He's 18 years of age. This is his 4th season. He is a forward, and this is his 5th appearance, scoring 2 goals. Will Daniel score 2 goals today in this matchup with Holy Trinity? Let's wait and see.
We don't know, and he'll be hoping that he can score more than 2 this game and get their 3 points and keep that 3rd spot.
Yes.
Yeah, so the stage is set, almost time for kickoff. We'll take a break now, but when we come back, you'll be hearing from our commentary team, Ricardo Chambers, Dean Smith, and they have Chris Taylor with them.
Philadelphia High School in St. Andrew, Jamaica, as we get ready for Group E action in the ISSA Manning Cup Schoolboy football competition. It's a very important match for these two teams, Holy Trinity and St. Jago. The officials getting ready, the players getting ready for this Group B encounter. Both teams tied on 6 points. Mid-table, 3rd and 4th positions, respectively. And the 3rd place team will have an opportunity to make it to the 2nd round of the Manning Cup. The St. Jago boys getting ready. There's a look at it. Jamaica College and St. Catherine 1 and 2. They're comfortable both on 13 points. St. Jago and Holy Trinity on 6 points. Cedar Grove also on 6 points, so they will count themselves in with a shot as well. St. Mary's College yet to get off the mark, so this is a critical match. St. Jago would have been mightily disappointed to have lost in their last game to Cedar Grove, and they will want to put that right this afternoon. But they come up against an ever-improving Holy Trinity lineup as we get ready for battle. Ricardo Chambers alongside Dean Smith and Chris Taylor for this first of 2 matches here this afternoon. Here we go then, 2 mid-table teams at this stage fighting to try and finish in the top 3. St. Jago to the left of your screen, Holy Trinity to the right. 2 teams who have been relatively consistent over the last 12 years, especially Holy Trinity, a couple of Manning Cup semi-finals. They have never been able to go all the way. Did get to a Super Cup final back in 2014 as well, but they have a rebuilding unit and they have a new coach as well, and they are hoping to reignite their campaign after a few defeats, just a couple of victories. St. Jago in a similar position and looking to strike big here this afternoon.
Championship pedigree, having won the Walker Cup once. Holy Trinity certainly must rule that they haven't had any silverware. They would have suffered from, some of their key players moving on to other schools as well. So that's something that they will definitely want to right.
Well, let's have a look at the starting lineup, starting with Holy Trinity. Najee Graham will be in goal. They'll have 4 at the back, Adrian Forbes and Doan Taylor at the centre of the fence, Javari Green at left, Bilroy Medwinter at right back, Jael Green and Adrian Smith at the centre of midfield, Tiana Vassell at left mid and Kimali Graham at right, with Maxwell Wright and Peter Bennett up front. They are coached by Nicola Stewart.
They'll be playing with a 4-4-2. A few players out due to the card situation. Najee Graham has the captain's armband in goal for them. Look out for Vassell and Wright, joint leading goal scorers with 2 each. The number 7 and number 9 for Holy Trinity.
Yeah, Carl Terrell taking charge of this encounter. Kessler Henderson and Ashanique Richards, first and second assistants. The experienced Wilver Glenn Lingme, the 4th official. Well, let's find out about the St. Jago starting lineup. They will have Shamor Dawkins in goal, 4 at the back as well. Jordan Taylor at left back, Oswald Lyons at right, Lance Lawrence, Brandon Solomon at central defense, Jaden Jones, Danila McKenzie and Alex Hall in the middle, with Marcus Tudor, J.D. Mitchell and Daniel Cowan up front. Looks as if they're going to be going with a 4-3-3, Chris. Garnet Lawrence is their head coach.
Yeah, Garnet Lawrence coming back to the Schoolboy arena. 4-3-3 for St. Jago. You're right. Daniel Cowan, the number 11 and leading goal scorer, wears the captain's armband, the number 11. Look out for him. He's also the leading provider with 2 assists so far this season. Both these teams have scored 8 goals, but Holy Trinity, they have conceded 11 versus St. Jago have just conceded 8. And as you said, not necessarily the most consistent season we've seen, especially for Holy Trinity so far, but a lot of changes. Come on, here's Garnet Lawrence. A lot of changes, as you said, at the helm for both these schools. Devon Anderson would have been at Holy Trinity for many a year, and St. Jago have chipped and changed coaches over the last few years as well. Garnet Lawrence now in the hot seat after his Premier League exploits last season with Molynes United. And there is Nicholas Stewart, head coach there of Holy Trinity, a man who went to Camperdown. Nicholas Stewart.
Well, match time then in this Group B encounter. St. Jago taking on Holy Trinity. All-important opening round encounter. If they are to advance to the next round of the competition, both teams need to find a way to win this afternoon. That's how significant this result could prove to be.
And both teams coming off a loss. In fact, St. Jago, 3 losses in a row. Started off the campaign really well, St. Jago, with back-to-back wins. And their last 3 games, losses. So they're in a bad rut, St. Jago. And they really need to rectify that quickly. And losing can become a habit. Holy Trinity, they have, well, had a win-loss situation. They lost the first one, then won, then lost, then won, then lost again. So if you're following the tide, they should be winning this game.
Inexperienced outfit, Holy Trinity, a lot of 15 and 16-year-olds in their lineup. Pretty much all these players are operating in their first season of the Manning Cup. And you did point out, Chris, that Devon Anderson would have been at the helm of the Holy Trinity setup for a long time, and he would have created a fabulous program there. He's moved on to Heidel, and now they are left to rebuild. St. Jago had Jerome Waite for a season. He's now gone to Wilma, so they're in rebuilding mode as well.
They've had a lot of changes, St. Jago, in terms of their coaching unit, as I said, over the last 5 to 10 years.
And not just in football, but that we're talking about football for now.
Yeah, really a long time since we've really seen St. Jago threaten in any way to lift the title in the Manning Cup competition, or even go deep in the tournament.
Did have a very good team as they go forward in about 2015. Did get to the Walker Cup semi-finals, challenged a couple of the big guns that season, but didn't go all the way. Their greatest season all the way back in 2003. St. Jago, as we have a look at Nicholas Stewart, new just about 3 months into the job here at Holy Trinity. But talking about that 2003 St. Jago team, where they won the Walker Cup, lost, did not lose a match in the Manning Cup, actually drew 1 quarter-final game with Norman Manley, 0-0. And because Norman Manley had a better goal difference, Norman Manley advanced to the semi-final of the competition, but St. Jago ended up the best defensive team, the best attacking team.
And out of the competition.
Well, the statistics don't always favour, except for wins. In that case, certainly St. Jago would rue such a fate Danny Hawthorne, the coach that year.
Yeah, I was very young at the time. I had just entered high school, and I remember it being a massive issue on radio and television.
I like how you slipped that in there. Yeah, a school that wears the same colours as St. Jago won that year, and we're at that ground as well. Excelsior. They did 2003 and 2004. Excelsior, in fact, those were the last times they won.
Yeah. Zimenez was a name that I remember well from that Excelsior team.
Early stages of this Group B encounter. Throw coming here for the St. Jago team, Oswald Lyons.
Such a big school, St. Jago, as well in St. Catherine and Spanish Town. A bit surprising that they just haven't been able to get it together in a football arena consistently, even though, as you said, they've had some talent from time to time. But in terms of building a real unit consistently in the senior level of schoolboy football, it just hasn't happened.
Done well in quiz, done well in track and field for sure.
Yeah, track and field for sure.
Yeah, they do brilliantly in the arts as well. They're a really good all-round institution, St. Jago. And they have dominated girls' football. They do great in volleyball. I don't think there's anything at the high school level that they have not done well in at some point or another. Here they come forward, St. Jago.
Well, the Manning Cup, which is what we're seeing. That's been a struggle for them. But
oh, here is Hall. Cuts it inside the box and cleaned up at the back by Adrian Smith. St. Jago in possession with Lance Lawrence, and the ball goes into touch. Throw coming up for Holy Trinity, and they are deep into enemy's territory as well. Medwinter takes the throw quickly. Right, trying to slip it through. Mitchell won it, lost it. Here's a shot coming in from Jaleel Green, the 15-year-old. Will celebrate his 16th birthday on the 11th of October. Not far away from that. By the time he gets there, would love to have his team in a qualifying position. St. Jago attacking over on the far side. Lions wins a throw for them. First corner kick of the match coming up, and it will go the way of St. Jago.
Great upshot for the teams such as Holy Trinity, having so many young players. They actually can play 2 seasons, meaning 2 tournaments in 1 season, Manning Cup and under 16, or Colts as we call it. So they get a lot of playing time at the schoolboy level.
Daniel Cohen, the number 11 for St. Jago, their joint leading scorer, has a couple of assists to his credit as well. Wearing the captain's armband. Corner kick coming in, headed towards the target, and the Holy Trinity boys are able to clear, and the shot from just inside the 18-yard area goes over the top from the right boot of Jada Mitchell, their number 10.
Positioning there was a bit awkward for the Holy Trinity players. About 6 of them all bungled, and if Jago really just had the presence of mind to play it on the ground, they would have been able to open up space, especially in the flanks, in that particular attack from the corner.
St. Jago having the better of the first 7 minutes here. Well, the Trinity trying to respond. One by Wright. Picked up by Jaleel Green. Loses possession. Good work from Brandon Solomon. And the back for St. Jago. Will be interesting to see the type of football this Holy Trinity team plays this afternoon. We're accustomed to them playing a sweet brand of football, passing the ball with delight.
So it's a whole new system for Holy Trinity. Nicola Stewart, he'll be trying to get them to play his brand of football. And I guess as the match unfolds, we'll see what that brand is.
I guess that's what I'm saying. I would love to see what that brand is. We've become accustomed to a style, and we've liked the previous style at Holy Trinity. Let's see if they're anything close to that. Again, it is a young team. The coach should have only taken over just about 3 months ago. Didn't enter the competition last year, but they have been so consistent since 2012. They've made it into the second round every season. since that 2012 campaign. Got into a couple of semi-finals, regularly in the quarter-finals of the competition. As I said, got to a Super Cup final in 2014 when they lost to Jamaica College.
Put together a solid program under Devon Anderson. As I said, you wouldn't have mentioned Holy Trinity in the previous decade. But yeah, when he came into the system and so on, he certainly got consistent results. As I said, it was a brand to their play, and they produced quite a few quality players, which unfortunately some of the bigger programs, they were attracted by them and they went.
They were predatory.
Yeah, and especially Jamaica College as well. Quite a few players going their way. But yeah, the style of football was always evident, and Devon Anderson for a long time was able to retain those crop of players. So year in, year out, as you said, in quite a few seasons, really causing a lot of problems and making deep inroads. This, though, a young team, different coach, so a lot of changes.
Yeah, quite often in the past we would see Jamaica College beating them, and the next season we would see their players at Jamaica College. Holy Trinity in possession with Kimali Graham. He's dispossessed. Good work from Jordan Taylor, and now St. Jago can go forward. This is Taylor looking up front for Marcus Tudor. Headed away from Brandon Solomon. Throw coming up for Holy Trinity. Peter Bennett. Oh, good turn from Bennett, but ran into traffic. Ball delivered inside, well read, comfortably read by Shamor Dawkins in goal for St. Jago. And releases the ball quickly, asking Alex Hall to try and get onto the end of it, but his opposite number, Najee Graham, equal to the task.
Good pass in the end.
Brilliant.
Happy for them that it turned out that it could have easily gone another way.
It's a handball, yeah. Looking to bypass the midfield, both these teams a little bit too much, not willing to put the ball down and settle just yet. We're what, a dozen minutes into the game. Yeah, the midfield hasn't settled down at all. Not much creativity, just a long ball, and it just hasn't worked.
For either team.
Yeah.
Both teams still trying to figure each other out, find their best approach in this contest. The type of game you feel that could use an early goal, could really open it up.
Haven't seen much attacking intent from both teams. No clear plan for attack. Most have been comfortable just subduing the pressure of the either team, or the opposite team.
Jumping, no ball,
Well, the Trinity trying to find a way through. Comes out to Adrian Smith. Adrian Forbes almost gave it away. Now it's given away. See what St. Jago can do here. They have numbers going forward. In fact, they outnumbered Holy Trinity just then, but unable to take advantage of it. And now Holy Trinity can go the other way. And the handed ball, sloppy work there from both teams, giving up the ball easily in advantageous positions.
And do remember, there will be a lack of confidence as well, and both teams will be kind of cagey, which is what we've seen so far, because coming off losses as well, especially St. Jago, 3 losses in a row. So not two teams that score a lot of goals, only 8 on the season thus far. We have seen schools who have scored over 30 so far. So I mean, not big in terms of goal scoring either of these teams, and as I said, because they have conceded quite a bit and have losses in their previous matches, no surprise to see the caginess and the uncertainty about their play.
The 15th minute of this Group B encounter. Crucial one for both teams. You get the feeling that the loser here today can pretty much forget about the second round. It will be a mountain to climb to get through if they lose this afternoon. Good to see as well a number of Excelsior students coming out to watch this encounter. Pretty nice gathering around the venue. Of course, this match being played at Excelsior High School. Excelsior playing elsewhere today. But they love their football here. They love their sports here. Hopefully they are on a break and have taken in all the learning that they should for today.
I'd imagine so. Couldn't be that the teachers just leave them out.
Or maybe they're doing a field trip. St. Jago, here's a good shot, brilliant shot! Oh, what a fabulous goal! It came out of nowhere, and St. Jago find themselves in front. Marcus Tudor with a shot. Look at this. Almost nonchalantly turning and firing towards goal. Najee Graham had no chance. 1-0 St. Jago. This could be 2. It is 2-0. Holy Trinity have gone to sleep, and St. Jago have made them pay. Shaden Jones this time. Wow! And just like that, St. Jago are well clear.
Amazing, pouring the back from Holy Trinity. Almost no chance to reset. Good 1-2 play, and then the finish into the far corner by Jones. Doubling his tally, as 2 on the season now. St. Jago continue to come forward. Holy Trinity shell-shocked. I don't even think there are 30 seconds between both goals.
Yeah, how do they recover from this? Holy Trinity.
That's going to be a hard task to recover. 2 goals. 15th minute, the 16th minute. Marcus Tudor, certainly Tudor, not a name that you're accustomed to, certainly in a Jamaican, but the House of Tudor, the royal lineage. And he had a royal strike, wasn't it?
Certainly will be a contender for goal of the week.
Najee Graham caught off guard as well. He didn't expect the shot clearly. He was flat-footed. And if you look at even when he got up, he was late. No conviction. Even though it was a good strike, it was in a central location, but he just wasn't aware, Graham, the captain for Holy Trinity. And yet Tudor with his second goal of the season as well. They're number 9.
At no point he looked as if he was going to take that shot.
No. Can't say we saw it coming at all. Out of nowhere for St. Jago. 9th and 10th goals of the season.
Corner kick coming up for them, looking to make it 3. That would pretty much put this game beyond doubt. St. Jago with Daniel Cowan. Spurts it right side to Jaden Jones, who scored the second goal. Jones can't keep it in play though. The Trinity struggling to put passes together and make any type of impression on the St. Jago defense. Adrian Forbes wins it for them. Looking up front for Peter Bennett. Now with Maxwell Wright. Wright loses possession, goes the other way. There was nothing happening in this game. And in the space of a minute, St. Jago are comfortably ahead.
Well, you asked the question, Ricardo, what would happen?
There's a chance to pull one back. Appeal for a penalty. Yeah, he's given it. Carl Terrell says penalty. And Holy Trinity with an opportunity to stay alive in this contest.
I was just about to say, those two goals came out of nothing. So why would you believe that Holy Trinity wouldn't get something out of nothing? And they have. Wow. Carl Terrell did take a while to make the call. Here it is. Yeah, they were very close together though. Difficult to see as well. It did make contact with the hand. I'm not sure what he could really have done though.
I think it touched the hand of Maxwell Wright, the Holy Trinity player as well.
Maybe a bit lucky to get that one, Holy Trinity.
Bill Roy Midwinter standing over it. Has scored one already this season. Make that two. And Holy Trinity are back in it. 3 goals in 21 minutes. They've probably had 3 chances in 21 minutes. It's 2-1 in favor of St. Jago.
Samuel Dawkins, the custodian for St. Jago, totally had absolutely nothing to do about that one. Didn't know where to go. Only shifted his legs, but there was really no conviction in even an attempt to save that one from Midwinter. Well taken penalty in the end.
Yeah, Dawkins looked like the weight was on his left foot, so once it went right, it didn't even make sense for him to dive. Good pace behind it by Midwinter. And as I said, just like that, Holy Trinity back in it. It probably was the first time they got in the 18-yard area as well, Holy Trinity, because all their shots have been almost from the half line.
They're on the attack again, Holy Trinity, at least trying to be Tiana Vassal, player to watch. Unable to maintain possession of the football for his team.
So the complexion of this game changes dramatically now. St. Jago, they were settling, playing a bit more on the ground with that 2-goal cushion, but can we see a bit more caginess, or will they have more open play?
There's a ball over the top of the chance for St. Jago. Oh, what is happening in this contest? They make it 3-1. Jaden Mitchell with the finish. A simple ball over the top. The Holy Trinity defense again asleep. And Jaden Mitchell made them pay with his 2nd goal of the season. 3-1 St. Jago.
Yeah, ridiculous defending by Holy Trinity. It is obvious that the St. Jago forwards are a bit faster than the defense line of Holy Trinity, but again, that's a lack of awareness in the back line. Poor defending. I actually think it was goalkeeper Dawkins with the assist, is it? Yeah, it was from the goal kick. So Dawkins with his first assist of the season. And well, that is really poor defending, and that would be disappointing for Nicholas Stewart and the management team, that they would have conceded a goal like that.
Yeah, we get to the water break, and I think we all need it. 3-1 in favor of St. Jago. Tudor Jones and Mitchell Midwinter with the penalty for Holy Trinity to have gotten them back into the contest, but whatever momentum they could have gotten from that goal has now dissipated, because St. Jago have been able to score another.
Had only scored 1 goal in their last 3 games, St. Jago. Now they have 3 in less than half an hour. Amazing.
Yeah, just poor defensive work from the Holy Trinity team. They will be mightily disappointed with how they have conceded, especially the 2nd and 3rd goals.
And the experience of the goalkeeper has to be brought into question here, because seeing the flight of the ball, you would think that he would command the back 2 as they would have been assembled in that particular instant, and say, watch that, look at the ball, look at the flight. And he's seen that as well, didn't really go out and didn't even try. I mean, it was beyond him, but lacking a bit of conviction. And I think that I love a goalkeeper that commands the 18-yard box and really brings the defense in alignment. And I think that's inexperience coming into the fore right there.
Well, we have said that the Holy Trinity team very inexperienced. Najee Graham, the captain, and as you said, not commanding the area, a bit late in terms of how he reacts to the ball, or maybe we should say he's not very proactive as a keeper in terms of getting into position. And if you look at the Holy Trinity, the results, apart from one game, they've conceded at least 3 in every other game. Only Cedar Grove, who's sitting at the cellar of the table.
Close to.
Yeah, they kept a clean sheet against them, but apart from that, they've conceded at least 3 goals in every game. And it's continued here. The back line slow, not in good positions, and the goalkeeper, the awareness just not there.
Well, we get the restart. And right away the ball given away and St. Jago can attack. You get the feeling they're going to get opportunities. This one is lifted over the top, looking for Alex Hall. Hall does well to keep it in play, needs some assistance. I think he will get a corner though. No, it's a goal kick. Beautiful afternoon here in St. Andrew, Jamaica. Extremely hot though and humid. A little breeze blowing across the venue. You almost don't feel it.
It's really a sense of a lack of awareness for Holy Trinity. Just a while ago again, quick free kick, and they would have been thrown goal.
Here they come forward, Holy Trinity, with Graham. Graham with a cross, too much weight on it. Peter Bennett was waiting inside the box, but the height, just too much. But that was a pretty good position for the Holy Trinity team to get into. Unable to capitalize on it. They have a throw though. Now with Green. Forbes won it back. Here's the goal scorer, Midwinter. Turns into traffic and gives the ball away when he probably shouldn't have. And he's fortunate that they win it right back.
The final passes for St. Jago has really been faulty, and apart from the goal that came directly from the clearance, the goal kick, whenever they do get that final pass through, they are able to score.
Yeah, they try to come forward against St. Jago. This could be trouble! Oh, that was ferocious! Marcus Tudor on the score sheet again! That was pure fire, and Najee Graham didn't even see it. 4-1.
He hit that with venom. There was anger, there was aggression, there was fury in that strike from this man. The number 9 for St. Jago, Marcus Tudor. He's second in the afternoon. First in the 16th minute, now in the 27th minute.
Good technique as well. Excellent technique from Marcus Tudor. Kept his eye on the ball right through. Great instep strike. Look at this. Didn't take his eye off the ball. Beaten for pace was Najee Graham. And this time he was in the right position but could do nothing about it. Hands late, beaten for pace as I said. And Najee and Marcus Tudor, 3 on the season now. And Excelsior, wow, lots of breathing room, 4-1.
This is as bad a defense as I've seen in the entire schoolboy football campaign this season.
St. Jago, I should say.
It was so easy for Tudor to turn his marker. Well, was that a marker?
Yeah, this has been awful defending. Really disappointed with the first 29 minutes from this Holy Trinity setup. We continue to say it is a young unit. Let's see if they can pull themselves together. Approaching half an hour in this game. They're down by 4-1. The one goal coming from the penalty spot.
Well, as I said, we did see it in the first 15 minutes. There was just nothing going for St. Jago, and then all of a sudden, lots of gaps, holes in the defense. St. Jago putting down the ball. We spoke about them playing too many long balls initially. Now they've looked to put the ball down and get passes together, and it has worked against this defense line.
Yeah.
A little bit more patience from St. Jago, and they've reaped their rewards.
You spoke earlier, Chris, about the St. Jago attackers outpacing the Holy Trinity defenders. And don't forget that they've produced some of the best sprinters the world has ever seen.
The
St. Jago High School.
The second fastest man in the world hails from St. Jago.
Yeah, Johan Blake. Nicola Schmid went to St. Jago as well. So many other quality athletes, both on the male and female side, the likes of Melaine Walker on the female side. They have an amazing history of producing world-class athletes. Yeah, so they know about speed. They know how to produce fast men. Now they're looking for a 5th goal. The cross is headed away.
Well, they've certainly sprinted into the lead because 4 goals in 13 minutes, if you think about it.
And they are good at hurdles, but there have been very few in their way this afternoon.
They won't need Melaine Walker
to clear this barrier. But this will be a big victory for them, and we're still over 60 minutes of playing time away, but you just can't see Holy Trinity finding a way back into this contest, not on the evidence of the run of play to this point. And the coach has a lot of thinking to do, and for him, pretty new to the job as well. Can't exactly say he's seen this many times before.
Certainly for Nicholas Stewart, a baptism of fire. But for Garnet Lawrence, he definitely would have to settle this St. Jago team to keep them performing, because they've really not been scoring a lot of goals. And should they be able to garner some points, you definitely want them to be in that type of stride if they are to get one of those non-automatic qualifying places to the second round.
Yeah, goals could matter.
Will matter. Yeah, I certainly agree with that. Goal difference probably will be a big factor. You can see based on the groups that probably third place teams might be tied in terms of when they do the mathematics to determine who is the best third place team. So certainly goal difference will be a big issue. There's Garnet Lawrence, lots of experience behind him. He's coached so many teams: Bridgeport High, Newland FC, Nagohead FC, Constant Spring FC, Malines and Portmore. Of course, Malines and Portmore Premier League teams. So he's coached at many different levels. Been a coach since 2012, Garnet Lawrence.
St. Jago on the attack.
Won the Major League as a coach.
This is Tudor, finds himself in an offside position.
Has always said, even when he was at the Premier League level with Malines last season, that he likes to work with youngsters. He believes in youngsters, and we saw at Malines United the introduction of quite a few youngsters into his starting lineup.
Holy Trinity with Maxwell Wright. Options limited, does find one. No space for him to operate. They get it back though. Tiano Vassell. Ambitious. But at this stage, why not?
Showing great skill there. Warding up about 3 St. Jago midfielders who were trying to close him down, but found the space. Didn't find the accuracy in the shot though.
2 goals this season, 2 assists. Might need 2 in this match each. It's been a tough outing for this Holy Trinity team. Tough afternoon so far. They've struggled to put passes together. They've struggled off the ball as well.
But it does show us what a little confidence can do, because St. Jago looked all out of sorts in the first 15 minutes of the game. They got a goal out of nothing, and then all of a sudden the passes came together. They started to... The chemistry was really showing. So as I said, coming off of so many losses, no surprise that the confidence was low for both these teams, and St. Jago had 3 in a row. So you wonder if Holy Trinity were to get some possession and start to string things together, would they expose the St. Jago defense that hasn't been the best so far this season either?
Yeah, Oswald Lyons in possession for St. Jago. The attempted pass cut out by Teono Vassell. St. Jago still in position though. The ball still in danger land. That shot from distance is blocked by Adrian Forbes. And now the clearance comes. Still around danger land. St. Jago on the attack. Jordan Taylor with the throw. And it will go the way of Holy Trinity. 35th minute of the contest. 5 goals already, 4 of them going to the 2003 Walker Cup champions. Heading up to the 20-year anniversary of that wonderful achievement for them.
As I said, currently.
Here is Tudor. Slips this one through. Might have continued with the run. Marcus Tudor, 2 goals already on the afternoon, 1 assist as well.
Credit to the St. Jago team, when they strike, they actually hit the target, and that's something that is very important. Getting your strikers on target. And the poor positioning of the goalkeeper would have certainly helped, but it was on target.
And St. Jago have managed the matches against the big two, St. Catherine and Jamaica College, better than Holy Trinity if you look at it. Both conceded 4 against JC. But against St. Catherine, St. Jago only conceded 1 goal and had opportunities. Holy Trinity conceded 3 both times, didn't get on the score sheet. So maybe an indicator that the St. Jago defense a little bit better than the Holy Trinity one, a little bit organized. And so far it's looking that way.
Saw that match personally between Jamaica College and Holy Trinity. And tell you what, that could have been a totally different scoreline had Jamaica College been a bit more efficient in front of goal.
There's a good cross coming in, headed away. Let's also not forget that Holy Trinity are missing a few key players today out on current suspension, so they would surely be hampered by that this afternoon. St. Jago on the attack again. Over on the far side, the football with Jaden Jones. Here's the cross coming in. It's a good one. The goalkeeper does fairly well and collects on the second attempt and bangs the ball downfield, only results in him giving it away.
Yeah. A bit of indiscipline in the Holy Trinity lineup, costing them players, as you said. Yes, card suspension, but also players out for disciplinary reasons, apart from cards.
Yeah, Jordan Taylor heading forward now for St. Jago.
So that has exposed Nicholas Stewart's team as well. And as I said, coming into this was a must-win for both these teams. And it's right now, if this is any indicator, it's only going to one school at the end of it all.
Yeah.
2 in front, tight, 1.
30th minute.
Was it Nicholas Stewart who said he had earmarked 18 points at the start of the season as a safe zone for 3rd place? Well, he only has 6 at the moment. And
free kick.
Yeah. If that free kind of quality continues, he will be remaining at 6 after this one, and not many matches to go.
Yeah, mathematically they can get to the 18, but realistically quite unlikely.
This is their 6th game, so there's 4 to come after that. So if you think about it, a maximum of 12 points. So they would have to win all other matches to get to 18.
They have St. Jago to play as well. Again this season, this is the first time the teams have met. They've already played their 2
against St.
Catherine.
And they have JC again, so wouldn't really fancy them beating Jamaica College, even though they led in that encounter against JC at one stage by a goal, but that was quickly erased. And as you said, Dean, JC missing a lot of chances in that game. could have been a double-digit score if JC were more efficient. Probably a matter of a bit of complacency as well by the Navy Blues.
Back when Aldridge came on as a substitute, had immediate impact on that Jamaica College unit. Of course, he moving from Kingston Technical to Jamaica College. Were the number 8 last season. But done in the number 11 for Jamaica College. And I tell you, there were about 11 attempts that went awry.
Tudor trying to get on the end of this one. Does get possession. Gets inside the box. This is where he's dangerous. Cuts it back inside. Oh, produces a save from the goalkeeper. Alex Hall was the man who got the shot in. And Najee Graham equal to the task this time. Now down at the other end. Flag is up for offside. What could have been a second assist to go with his 2 goals there, Alex Tudor. Or make it Marcus Tudor. Alex Hall with the final shot. Here's another look at it. Just great work coming from Tudor. Looks so uncertain in goal.
Really
Najee Graham.
Yeah, he does really good vision that from Marcus Tudor, because I fancy that with the kind of power that he has, he really could have, had an attempt at the near post. Really testing the keeper on that instant. But from a coaching perspective, certainly the better play he did, putting it back in the famous zone 14 for those who follow the numbers in the zonal system. You might be wondering, that's an imaginary line from the goal post to the 18-yard box.
Brilliant work from Shamor Dawkins in goal for St. Jago. Only Trinity could have used something similar earlier. Now St. Jago on the attack. Tudor is waiting inside the box. Doesn't get to him. It is hammered over the top. Might well have been Jaden Mitchell. It was Jaden Mitchell.
The strength of the St. Jago teams in comparison of the players in comparison with the Holy Trinity certainly at work here. Easy for the St. Jago footballers just to move past the Holy Trinity, and it could be a matter of positioning as well.
A really hot afternoon here on Mountain View Avenue, and just a couple 100 meters away from the National Stadium complex. Maybe more than a couple, but can't be much more.
You figure that Greg Houghton, certainly one of the standout athletes produced by Excelsior, would have run quite a few of those, more than a couple of hundreds of meters from Excelsior to the National Stadium and the stairs of the National Stadium, I hear. Of course, he would have gone on to represent Jamaica with distinction. Olympic medalist as well.
Of course, fans across the Caribbean love their cricket and West Indies cricket. This is the institution that Courtney Walsh and Chris Gale would have attended. I just wonder, I don't see enough space here for someone like a Chris Gale.
To do what? Retrieve the ball? I actually think there's a lot of a space around to retrieve the ball.
For it to stay in play.
Oh, well. The idea is for it to not stay in play when Chris Gale is batting. Of course, the goal to the left of screen, even though we're not seeing it at the moment, is where the cricket pitch is here at Excelsior. Left of screen.
Approaching 45 minutes Can Holy Trinity make it interesting? Can they get a goal? Another goal heading towards the break. They have possession with Adrian Smith. Once again struggling to put those passes together. They will have a throw though.
St. Jago themselves have produced a couple of cricketers in the recent era. Danza Hyatt played for Jamaica, also played for the West Indies for a brief period. Gavin Wallace would have played for Jamaica
There's
as
a
well.
nice ball lifted inside the box. Bennett trying to, well, hoping that it would have fallen for him. It didn't. On the Trinity regained possession. That's drilled forward by Midwinter, the goal scorer. That's cut out. Comes back to Midwinter. Has Vassar to his right. Decides to go for goal. Might not have been the best option.
In fact, the current CEO of the Jamaica Cricket Association, Courtney Francis, former youth cricketer, he went to St. Jago as well.
Maybe not the best time to talk about Jamaica's cricket. 4-1 in favour of St. Jago. A minute of time to be added.
The Tallowers did win, Ricardo.
Ball played forward. Vassar picks it up in midfield for Holy Trinity. But again, they get the ball, they give it away. They get the ball, they give it away. They're fast approaching half time. St. Jago would love to make it 5. They have about 30 seconds in which to do so.
That will have to happen in the second half. I guess Ricardo is trying to say that the Tallowers, there's a picture of the pitch area here at Excelsior, the cricket pitch. But yeah, the Tallowers, it's really a franchise system, so even though it's called the Jamaica Tallowers, it's not really a Jamaican team, even though you can't tell a lot of Jamaicans that if you judge by the celebration that happened a few days ago. But the idea of franchise cricket is that it doesn't necessarily belong to an individual country.
Yeah, I'm a Jamaica Tallowers fan. That's half time in this crucial Group B encounter in the ISSA Manning Cup competition. No goals in the first 15 minutes. It looked as if it would be a dull affair. And then the goals just started pouring in. 4 of them for St. Jago, 1 for Holy Trinity from the penalty spot. Terrible defending from the Holy Trinity setup, really costing them in that first half, and it means they have a mountain to climb going forward. At half time, St. Jago lead Holy Trinity by 4 goals to 1.
Chelsea High School is where we're at for SchoolBoy Manning Cup action in St. Andrew, Jamaica. And it's St. Jago that lead Holy Trinity by 4-1 after 45 minutes. Let's have a look at the first half highlights. Carl Terrell, the man with the whistle, FIFA referee, and after 16 minutes, St. Jago would take the lead out of nothing. Look at this for a strike from Marcus Tudor. Great control, and then that, almost leaning back initially, Marcus Tudor, but the execution was excellent and great pace behind it as well.
Great strike. He really has a striker's instinct, knows how to shoot on the fly, and that was a bird in the nest.
Najee Graham beaten for pace, and then less than a minute later from the kickoff, making a hash of it was Holy Trinity at the back, and St. Jago making them pay 1, 2, 3 passes, and then the finish by Jaden Jones for his second of the season into the far corner. 1-0 after 16 minutes, 2-0 after 17.
Najee Graham really should have done better on that instant, the goalkeeper of Holy Trinity.
And then just 4 minutes after that, handball in the St. Jago box. Maybe fortunate to get that call, Holy Trinity, but Midwinter with the finish into the far corner. There was no doubt about that for a finish. Leaning the wrong way was Shamor Dawkins, and beaten Holy Trinity half in the lead after 21. Then ball over the top from a goal kick from Dawkins, and yeah, Holy Trinity badly organized at the back. And Forbes probably the guilty party there, Adrian Forbes, and it was Jade Mitchell with the finish after 22 minutes. Good side foot finish. The goalkeeper Graham made it easy for him though, and St. Jago extending their lead 3-1, and then 6 minutes later they would get a fourth. Poor clearance again from Forbes, their number 4. He's really going to get a strong talking to at the half-time break here. Moving to left, and look at that for a strike from Tudor with the left foot yet again. Great technique with the instep, kept his eye on it right through. Graham beaten for pace, and St. Jago for the second time this season, they've found the back of the net at least 4 times. And that was just after 28 minutes. That's how we would go to the break, 4-1 after 45. So the halftime statistics, 4-1 to St. Jago, 7 shots, 5 on target for them, just 1 on target for Holy Trinity from their 5 attempts. They really need more going forward. 12 fouls and just 1 yellow card shown to St. Jago, and they have been offside on 2 occasions as well. They have the majority of the possession and certainly the majority of the goals. After 45, the Spanish town-based school St. Jago lead by 4-1. Let's hear from the fans who are with Gerard.
Thanks so much, Chris. I have some St. Jago fans here who are definitely happy with what they've seen so far in the first half. 4-1, the score. Was your assessment?
Messiah just big.
It's simple as that.
You know what I'm saying?
Simple as that.
Messiah just big. Big like, oh, so much out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 half left. More left to come. St. Jago number 1.
So how many more do you think they're going to get?
As I look at the team, I want to give them around 3 more.
3 more.
3 more.
3 more.
So score I don't save 1, you see me?
Alright, so I know St. Jago is a sporting school. So do you have like any chance or anything that any messages for the other team that you all see?
Next match is the derby, St. Catherine, look out. We are come phone, we are come mad, you know. That me I tell you. St. Jago again, I tell you.
St. Jago again.
Big side. But at the end of the day, big man a big man, and boy a boy.
So you're hearing from the St. Jago fans. They love what they've seen so far. 4-1 the score at halftime. We'll take a break. When we come back, second half action.
lot of sporting action on the home of champions. SSFL coming up this weekend on Saturday. Queen's Royal College taking on Presentation College, 2:30 p.m., 3:30 ECT. La Liga action, Osasuna versus Valencia. That's Friday, 2 p.m., 3 ECT. Then on Saturday at 11:30 a.m., 12:30 ECT, Sevilla struggling. They take on Athletic Bilbao. Getafe and Real Madrid. Madrid did drop points in the last round. They are behind Barcelona now. So you want to see that match on Saturday at 2 p.m. 3 ECT. They can't afford to drop points again. They wouldn't want Barcelona to be going 4 points clear. Back at Excelsior High School here in St. Andrew, Jamaica, where St. Jago lead Holy Trinity by 4-1. This is a Group B encounter, a mid-table clash. Crucial encounter for both teams. You get the feeling the winner will still have a shot at finishing third and getting one of the non-automatic spots to the last 16 of this competition. The round of 16 will be a knockout round, and home and away ties with the top 8 moving forward. And both these teams will want to be there, but it's St. Jago looking pretty good at this stage in this game with a 4-1 advantage. Looked like it would be a dull game up to the first 15 minutes, and then the goals just started pouring in. 4 of them for St. Jago, 1 of them for Holy Trinity, and we're getting ready for the second half. Ricardo Chambers alongside Dean Smith and Chris Taylor. Remember, we're going to be having a second encounter later today. It's going to be Camperdown versus Mona for the second time this season. 9-2 in favor of Mona when they met earlier in the campaign. Changes for St. Jago.
No, psych.
Hey, Jordan, you wide. You wide.
We get the second half on the way then.
Yeah, serious 14-15 minutes or so for St. Jago, and they continue where they left off, getting into the box.
And a chance!
And it was that Mantuda yet again who was getting into the box with that left foot. Well, that's over the bar comfortably. But yeah, Tuda having a chance inside the 18 right away. And between the 16th minute and the 30th minute, amassing 4 goals St. Jago within that period, totally taking the game away from Holy Trinity. Yeah, that was probably heading wide, and that one was certainly very high. But again, not well organized Holy Trinity, and nearly yielding another chance and goal to St. Jago.
Holy Trinity player down. Another substitution that we saw. Number 7, Junior Harris, Java Harris rather, coming in for one of the scorers in the first half. Jaden Jones, number 13.
Do you remember in the schoolboy competition, you're allowed 7 substitutions in 4 windows. And the windows don't include half time. So unofficially you could say it's 5 windows. 4 and half time. 7 substitutions allowed though. And the thought behind that was that with the added amount of matches in schoolboy football this year, they wanted an opportunity to rotate a lot more, try and safeguard against injuries and exhaustion of the players, so allowing more opportunities for substitutions.
A lot of that started especially when Jamaica College played Wolmer's in a Manning Cup final, and at that time they only had 3 substitutions, and I remember specifically Jaheel Hyde was injured, but the substitutions were already, the 3 at the time, already used up. and they couldn't pull him out. That would have been in 2013. So Issa came under much pressure, and they had to open it up more. That time it was 5 substitutions, they moved it to. Since then it has gone to 7, which I think is a good number for junior athletes, certainly.
Yeah, free kick coming up for St. Jago. They also have a player on the turf. I think it's Tudor who was down as well. 2 goals, an assist to his credit this afternoon. Javar Harris, the substitute, standing behind this one. 3-man wall. Didn't need the wall to stop that.
Could have been a field goal in another sport. At the height.
Early stages of the second half. St. Jago making 3 substitutions. Javoy Wright, Javar Harris and Zayvon Miller, a young man who has scored 2 goals this season, coming on at the start of the second. St. Jago will be hoping to maintain the same intensity they finished the first half with. Here's a lovely ball that comes across to Cohen! Produces a save, and then the follow-up slotted home. And St. Jago go 5-1 up. It's that man again. Marcus Tudor completes the hat-trick at the start of the second half, in the right place at the right time, and for the third time with the left boot, he finds the target. 5-1 St. Jago.
Great build-up play to this one, and the man Daniel Cowan had a strike that goalkeeper Najee Graham could hold on to, and he really arrived at the right time, this man Marcus Tudor, and he's asking the question, do you hear me? Yes, we hear you loud and clear.
4 in the season now for Marcus Tudor. And from the start of the second half, he's looked busy, had a shot which was blocked in the 18-yard box as soon as the second half got underway. And then, yeah, as you said, striker's instinct to be in the right place at the right time. The assist will go to Daniel Cowan, who took the strike, and it was saved by the keeper. So Cowan with his 3rd assist of the season, the captain. And yeah, this is the second time this season that St. Jago have managed 5 goals.
Vassal heading forward for Holy Trinity. No outlet. And loses possession. St. Jago in total command of this contest. It's barely been a contest.
Cohen had a lot of time to key out that shot. I really thought he should have done a bit better and get an outright goal, but you really can't complain much when a goal comes as a result.
Did score 5 against St. Mary's College as well in their 2nd win of the season, which was their last, St. Jago.
They come forward again, St. Jago. Daniel Cowan once more. Javor Wright, the substitute, delivers one inside, cleared away. St. Jago pressing still. Shot from Danila McKenzie blocked.
When you spoke to the St. Jago schoolboys at half time, one of them did say that he expected 3 goals in the second half. He's got 1 already after just 5 or 6 minutes.
Zayvon Miller, another of the substitutes, wins his team a corner kick.
Garnet Lawrence Nicholas stood now on screen.
Well, actually a free kick is what they've gotten. J.D. Mitchell. Taylor. Oh, turned just wide.
I like that attempt. Really good by Daniel McKenzie. And it was at that awkward height where he probably didn't think he could get ahead to it and wasn't sure about his feet. Tried to chest it to the near post, and I want to tell you, I think he had Graham wrong-footed, but unfortunately for him it was on the wrong side of the post. Good awareness there, good attempt. Use the pace of the cross to just redirect it. That would have been a real cheeky goal.
Nothing going Holy Trinity's way. Mackenzie, Harris, gives the goalkeeper a little work to do. Lovely ball over the top, but it's well read this time from Najee Graham. Substitution, Jamar Rowe replaces Adrian Smith.
Quite a few of the St. Jago attacks in the second half has come from a long ball, a diagonal ball rather, from the center of the pitch to the right hand side, trying to find the number 11 Daniel Cowan.
Here is Cowan. Only Trinity player down. Peter Bennett, 17-year-old forward.
St. Jago had quite a few athletes footballers coming in from Guyana, and one of those athletes, Brandon Solomon, number 6, he's among the starters this afternoon. Jamaica certainly being a leading lighthouse in even schoolboy football now. Quite a few of the islands in the eastern side of the Caribbean using Jamaican schools as a further tool for development. That augurs well for Jamaican sporting product. Some argue that it robs our local athletes opportunities. I personally don't see it that way. In an integrated world as we have benefited from so richly, I really can't complain too much, especially when we export so many athletes who go on to colleges overseas.
And because both the schoolboy football is being shown here, the schoolboy football here and in Trinidad is being shown on the Home of Champions, as well as the Jamaica Premier League. That's probably where it started, where we saw a real influx.
Yeah, Javon Harris with a free kick. Goes away from the target. Picked up by Lance Lawrence. He loses possession. And now Holy Trinity can go forward, but they don't have the numbers to threaten. Comes back on to Adrian Forbes. Forbes has Vassar to his left, decides to cut back inside, and then his attempted pass to Jaheel Green is wayward.
Yeah, because it had started initially with the Jamaica Premier League in terms of influx of players from outside. We've seen quite a few St. Lucians, we've seen Antiguans, we've seen Guyanese players as well, specifically. I think a lot of the other Caribbean islands have seen the opportunity for development just through that as well, and an opportunity to play. They have realized that especially the Jamaican footballing league is of a higher quality than what they have in their islands. So they have said, well, for us to build our program, as I said, we have to start with the youngsters as well. So give them an opportunity in some of the better developed schools here.
And how could I forget Marcus Tudor has an hat-trick. He actually is from Guyana as well.
There you go. We saw at the end of the Premier League season where there were 4 St. Lucian youngsters, I think it was, that would be a part of Jamaica College. They were going to score there 5 actually, and not 4. So, and having been in St. Lucia myself, speaking to them, they had said, well, they thought to themselves that Jamaica College, a good footballing program, it was a way to develop their youngsters so that when they get to the level for the senior team, they would have had a lot of more experience and a better understanding of a good footballing system. So using the Caribbean to help each other.
Yeah, we've seen it in track and field, and now we're seeing it in football.
Power of television.
Seeing the product on television, you say, well, I'd love to be on TV as well. I see some athletes, I remember some names. I'd like my name to be called. I'd like the opportunity to shine in that light, and SportsMax, certainly the home of champions, a big part of the regional spread of schoolboy football, and the sheer value of that can't be overstated.
Free kick coming up for Holy Trinity just outside the 18-yard area. Opportunity for them to try and test Shamor Dawkins in goal.
The SSFL as well in Trinidad and Tobago, their secondary footballing league. I myself have done a lot of that. Nice league.
A lot.
Quite a bit of teams involved.
A lot, Chris.
Yeah.
Expand.
So opportunity there as well. Haven't really seen. I would say that there's been a dip probably in Trinidad's talent, I would say, at the senior level. Their team is not necessarily where it is, but good to see their schoolboys being a part of a production like that.
Adrian Forbes behind the free kick for Holy Trinity.
Well, the season has started.
You know, they have a saying here in Jamaica, say less.
Of course, normalization would have affected Trinidad's football as well.
So Jago on the attack, the cross cut out, comes back to Daniel Cohen. And just a little bit too much weight on that one. Was looking for Zayvon Miller inside the box.
Yeah, normalization. But one of the great things about TV as well is the opportunity for even scouts to see the talent. We've seen, even in Trinidad, even though we've said at the senior level their talent has fallen off, a lot of the Trinidad youngsters in high school have gotten scholarships to go to North America for better opportunities. And we've seen that here in Jamaica since football at the schoolboy level has been televised. A lot more youngsters getting opportunities through scholarships. It doesn't have to be a full scholarship, but as you can appreciate, a lot of these youngsters, their parents not necessarily have the resources to pay for tertiary education and so on. So scholarships are always welcome. And sometimes you may have a situation where you have a weak team, but you might have one standout in that team, and because of TV, they can be seen and an opportunity can be created. So, yeah, that's a big plus to schoolboy football being aired now on TV.
Oh, here's a good shot. Oh, here's a brilliant shot. Shamar Rowe came on as a substitute and produces a blinder. Trinity, Holy Trinity, has their second. They are far from back in it, but they'll be delighted at that.
Great strike from that man. A bit of indecision there in the transitional play from St. Jago, and they squandered the opportunity to play out from the back, but he was right there and he made no waste of that opportunity.
Yeah, good strike by Rowe, his first of the season, coming on as a substitute, the number 2, and it was well placed. Not so sure about the footwork by Dawkins between the sticks for St. Jago, but not to take anything away from that 63rd minute strike by Rowe. And as you said, Ricardo, not really back in it, but a goal nonetheless.
Yeah. I've seen better games with fewer goals. Well, who is complaining about 7?
Maybe Holy Trinity.
64th minute. They can get another one here, Holy Trinity. They might start believing.
That's something that St. Jago definitely would have to work on should they qualify to the round of 16, because it was really sloppy play.
Oh, here is St. Jago coming forward. They can make it 6. Should be a penalty. No, flag is up. Offside.
Tudor, the man getting through again, looking for his 4th, a hat-trick already for Marcus Tudor. 4 goals now on the season for the number 9 from St. Jago.
Well, they won't have Shimron Hetmeyer at the Cricket World Cup, Guyana, but they definitely have Marcus Tudor to delight them here in schoolboy football.
Well taken hat-trick.
Powerful left foot. St. Jago on the attack again, looking for Tudor inside the box. Doesn't get to him on that occasion. Comes out to Harris. Now with Miller. Nice cross. Straight at goalkeeper J. Graham.
What is the first that we have? So it's the first minute.
Cohen wins it for St. Jago. Breaks inside the box, cuts it across, and Tudor with a chance for 4. The first touch let him down on that occasion.
I wonder if he should have taken a touch, Tudor. I think he should have side-footed it into the back of the net. The touch gave Graham a chance, and he did well, Graham. Too easy though by St. Jago yet again.
Rowe, the goal scorer. Well, one of the goal scorers for Holy Trinity loses possession.
Great move by Cowan yet again, picking it up here on the right hand side. Too easy in terms of how he got away from the Holy Trinity defense. It was a good pass. He might have been slightly behind. He was a bit late to that. Maybe that's why he felt he had to take the touch. By the time he reached, the ball was behind him. But yeah, he would have liked to have kicked that one time. What a game he's having, Marcus Tudor. Not only 3 goals, but an assist as well.
Yeah, he's come across from Guyana, all of Georgetown watching now, I'm sure. And St. Jago coming into this contest needing victory as they push for a place in the second round of the Manning Cup. And they have been led by a fabulous performance from Marcus Tudor. Yeah, started with this finish.
That came after the 16 minutes, that left-footed strike from outside the 18. And then this beautiful technique with the instep. And he was beaten for pace, was Najee Graham. That was after 28 minutes. His second, and then the third. The easiest of the three. Left foot as well. And that came after the 49th minute. We are certainly hearing and seeing you, Marcus Tudor. 3 goals, 4 on the season. And it's the first televised hat-trick of the season.
All 3 goals with the left foot. Is there a special name for that, Chris?
I really like the first one. Not well. I can't answer that question. Can't answer that question personally. Chris says a left foot package.
A left foot package.
Oh, well.
Or is it a left trilogy?
I left the chat.
Well, he's pretty much left Holy Trinity in his wake. 69th minute of this encounter. St. Jago leading by 5 goals to 2. If they complete victory here, they will go to 9 points. That will be 3 clear of Holy Trinity. They still have each other to play, so Holy Trinity could turn the tables.
There's Garnet Lawrence, head coach of St. Jago. He's been coaching since 2012. He's coached Bridgeport High before. He's coached at the divisional level with Newland, Nago Head, also Constant Spring, Premier League teams in Moulins and Portmore. He's won an under 16 schoolboy title, Garnet Lawrence, and he's also won the Major League and qualified for the Premier League because of that. So a lot of experience. He was coaching with Moulins United last season in the Jamaica Premier League. And he's always been a man big on youngsters, even at the senior level.
Great to see him coaching just from 2012, but being able to manage a Premier League team, that shows his pedigree.
The same Makwan Aldridge that you spoke about earlier, Dean, who is now at Jamaica College, he played under Garnet Lawrence at Moulins United. In fact, it was he who gave Aldridge some playing time. Quite a few youngsters in that team.
Holy Trinity on the attack. Graham lifts it inside the box. The St. Jago boys get it clear. Comes on to Kevin Hamilton. He's dispossessed. Tudor picks it up. And Tudor fouled. Referee Terrell steps in. Free kick coming up for St. Jago. The hat-trick man, Marcus Tudor. Free kick coming up for St. Jago. Cohen spiking it over the top.
The captain Cohen, 2 goals for him so far this season. Well, 3. 2 goals for him this season, and he has 3 assists to go with it. Cohen. That one wasn't even close. But he'll certainly be happy with how St. Jago have performed. There is Craig Butler, technical director of Mona High.
He's in for a warm afternoon.
Well, yeah.
Might be a little bit overdressed in this weather, to be honest.
Well, let's see. He certainly pushes the envelope from a Jamaican perspective.
73rd minute of the encounter. St. Jago leading by 5 goals to 2 over Holy Trinity. And whatever intensity we had in this game has died down significantly.
You normally find that at the schoolboy level that the players lose the kind of zeal that drives them to sheer domination even when they're miles apart. Sometimes the score lines don't reflect the difference in quality.
Javari Green for Holy Trinity. Good delivery, headed over the top. Lovely delivery that. But it couldn't be kept on target by Kevin Hamilton, who could have scored 10 minutes after he came onto the park.
Yeah, never got on top of that header, was always underneath. Look here. Yeah, just a little bit too high for him.
It was actually Midwinter who got the header, who scored the penalty. Could have gotten himself a second.
5-3 at the 73-minute mark. That would have been very interesting. What, 17 minutes plus stoppages to go. As you said, Holy Trinity, had they got that, might have believed that it could cause some further trouble. Don't think they have shown enough at the attacking end of things though, Holy Trinity.
Both of their goals not necessarily coming from open play. Defensive errors. Of course, conceding that penalty.
Vassal. Hasn't been given room to operate. The delivery simple for Dawkins. And he will send it long. Some amount of urgency required on the part of the Holy Trinity boys if they still have hopes of going on to win this match.
Oh, go!
So again we see a poor pass from St. Jago, giving Holy Trinity an opportunity. That one couldn't go on target though. But that has to be cleaned up. Against better opposition, that will be punished severely. And they have better opposition to come. The Saints, St. Catherine High certainly have done well. 0-0 between themselves and Jamaica College in their first encounter. Second one will be on SportsMax. That's on the 22nd.
And they haven't conceded yet, St. Catherine, all season. They've played 5 matches, yet to concede. So, tough opposition to break down. Not even the mighty Jamaica College have been able to do so.
Miller, slips this one through for Cohen. Cohen can't get the shot away. Good defending from Don Taylor. Cohen with a corner kick.
Giant partnership, right? CEEN on Twitch wants to carry CEEN carry on
Substitution coming up for St. Jago. Zayvon Miller came on as a substitute and he's been replaced by Alric Maitland. As Zayvon came on at half time. Flag is up offside. I wonder if he's okay. Zayvon Miller has scored a couple of goals this season for St. Jago. Oh, the Trinity. Oh, acrobatic. Doesn't get the desired result. Has scored one already, Jamaro, and it was a good goal too from distance. St. Jago. Forbes sends it forward for Holy Trinity. Flag is off, offside. Running from an offside position, Jamaro. The assistant in the perfect position to spot. First game of a doubleheader today, the second one coming up featuring Mona High and Camperdown. And they meet for the second time this season. Mona unbeaten this Manning Cup campaign, won that first game against Camperdown by 9 goals to 2. Camperdown was missing a few of their key players for that match. They'll have them back this afternoon, so let's see if they can turn that result around. Free kick coming up here for St. Jago. Midwinter fouling Alric Maitland. 81st minute, closing in on 90. St. Jago 3 goals clear. It stays this way, they'll go 3 points clear into third position. Cedar Grove also active today, so could potentially join them on 9. Here's another shot from range, right at Shamor Dawkins.
Holy Trinity, they certainly have a penchant striking from distance. One of their goals against Jamaica College was an audacious strike from about 25 yards out. Keeper didn't see.
Daniela McKenzie ending up on the turf because of that foul. Sent forward by Solomon. One of 2 Guyanese in this St. Jago lineup.
You get the feeling that by next season you might have another country send in a few. Who knows which school they'll end up. Even rural schools can be an outlet.
They definitely have been in track and field. A number of them at Adrenaline High School, for example.
That's from Dominica, especially.
Yeah. Turks and Caicos athletes are at Monroe College, of course led by the outstanding Delana Williams. Holy Trinity heading forward. Jago with Tudor. Here he is again, Marcus Tudor. Slips this one through. Picks out Javar Harris. Harris is on his way. Been pushed off the ball by Adrian Forbes. And corner kick eventually given up. Tudor is the man standing behind it. Comes right at goalkeeper Graham. Gerard mentioned it at the top of our broadcast that the outstanding reggae girl Khadija Bonishaw represented St. Jago at the high school level. Gathered there was one tournament where she won the title single-handedly for them. She scored, she defended, she kept goals.
Yeah, she's really all round. Went into the goal in the penalty shootout. What an execution that was from her talented Manchester City forward Khadija Bonishaw.
Yeah, I think that final was against Excelsior.
Yeah. And so they haven't really produced a lot of major footballing talent on the male side of recent, but certainly she one of the best in the world. And great to know that she comes out of the St. Jago institution.
Well, I think you've become accustomed to it now, the SportsMax at moment. So much great sporting action to watch on your home of the champions. And this, the opening goal of the contest from the Guyanese, Marcus Tudor, picked it up. So there was no one to pass to and decided to do it himself. Fabulous finish, the goalkeeper fooled. And at the end of it, had no chance. 1-0 it was, opened up the floodgates really. Scored 2 more after that, St. Jago 4, and they lead 5-2 over Holy Trinity.
Instinctive strike that you wondered at the first instance, was it, you know, purely by chance? But as we saw the quality of Marcus Tudor, you recognize that the first goal, you appreciated it so much more, recognizing that he really has a striker's instinct. Just seeing the space, seeing glory as you would have seen. Oh, my luck.
Well, the substitutions roll in. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, 7 substitutions allowed in is a schoolboy football. 4 windows in which to make them, apart from half-time. And Holy Trinity adding to that number.
Yeah, Tash James. Replacing Jahil Green. Approaching full time.
You mentioned the SportsMax app, and of course we just saw the moment. So many persons we've even seen at the grounds here during schoolboy football watching on their phone as well as the live action, so they can get the replay and so on. And it's amazing when you think where SportsMax would have started how many years ago in terms of the amount of sporting disciplines that come on the home of champions now. Amazing stuff.
88th minute.
You want Danilo too. Hey, penalty spot, yes? Penalty spot. for me. Got me.
Vassal delivers this one over the top. Taylor Vassal, the 17-year-old. Yeah, was our player to watch. It's been a tough afternoon for him and his entire team.
Don't bother.
Cohen.
Perfect.
Mitchell.
Well, one thing's sure for Holy Trinity, certainly in the second half, they've got more balls delivered into the 18-yard area, even though they've only got one goal, and probably another attempt that they could have done a little bit better, but more operation in the 18-yard box of St. Jago, even that it hasn't produced enough goals for them really to threaten the scoreline. But a little bit better from Holy Trinity.
Yeah, they've only given up one in the second half, and that's probably what they'll be most pleased with.
So it's an even second half. They have scored one and conceded one.
Yeah, but the jump had already been done as this is fired over the top by Vassal. We're into 3 minutes of time added.
Have produced really good attacking talent over the years under the tutelage of Devon Anderson. Remember Tevin Rochester, their midfield maestro. Phil and Lawrence, who was almost a 20, or was a 20-goal man in the schoolboy season a few years ago.
St. Jago looking to get one more at least.
Phil and Lawrence would now be applying his trade at Harbourview, part of that winning Harbourview Jamaica Premier League team. Tevin Rochester has gone overseas.
Yeah, yellow card. I think this is the first yellow card of the match. Second yellow card of the match goes to Dawn Taylor.
One for each team. My namesake, the recipient this time.
Always committing infringements. Free kick coming up for St. Jago. And a couple of changes as well.
Wolver Glen Lamy there, the fourth official.
He's been around for a long time, Wolver Glen Lamy. He's been officiating schoolboy football matches since I was in high school.
That's not that long ago.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Recently qualified as a cricket umpire as well, Wolvergen Lamy. So expanding his officiating brand.
I wonder if you coached him in that area.
Yeah, I taught him during that course as well. He was returning. I was returning the favor, I'd have to say.
St. Jago looking for 6. The boot of Dawn Taylor stops them, at least momentarily. Closing in on the full-time whistle.
He certainly helped me in my time as a young referee in the business. When I did decide to get qualified in that, he was already a seasoned referee.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Chris, certified referee, umpire, tennis coach, actor. Have you been in any plays lately, Chris? Apparently that's in the past.
Just this one.
I'll be writing a screenplay soon. You'll be the lead actor.
Remind me to be overseas at the time.
That's exactly where it will be shot.
You mind sharing the name, Ricardo?
That's full time at Excelsior. Some say saved by the bell, others by the whistle. Holy Trinity not saved today. They have been well beaten. St. Jago with what could prove to be 3 valuable points. They win today on the back of 3 goals. A hat-trick from the Guyanese Marcus Tudor. He was brilliant. The final score 5 goals to 2. And that will take St. Jago to 9 points. They go 3 clear of Holy Trinity, who will be extremely disappointed at the end of this one. But St. Jago, they snap a 3-game loss streak, and they are back on track with a really good shot of making it into the final 16, the second round of the Issa Manning Cup. There's the final score at Excelsior. St. Jago 5, Holy Trinity 2.
Full match highlights. Carl Tyrrell in charge of this one. 16 minutes it took Excelsior to get on the score sheet, and it was Marcus Tudor with his first of the afternoon. St. Jago, I should say. These colours here are so similar. But yeah, Marcus Tudor, his first of the afternoon, his second of the season after 16 minutes. And less than a minute later, St. Jago had their second. Jaden Jones with a strike to the far post. Mayhem at the back for Holy Trinity. And St. Jago doubling their tally. That was Jones' second of the season as well. 2-0 after 17. Holy Trinity, they would get back into the contest. Bundling at the back for St. Jago. Couldn't get it clear. And then the handball call. Referee Tyrrell pointed to the spot. It was converted by Medwinter for his second of the season after 21 minutes, and Holy Trinity were back in the contest, but not for long. First assist of the season for goalkeeper Dawkins. Poor defending by Holy Trinity, and they paid the price. Look at the positioning there of their goalkeeper Graham in no man's land, not to mention young Forbes wearing the number 4. Nevertheless, Jade Mitchell with his second of the season after 22 minutes, and it was 3-1 St. Jago. 6 minutes later, it would be 4. And you guessed right, Marcus Tudor with the left boot. Great technique with the instep into the back of the net. Beaten for pace, Graham. And Tudor with his second of the afternoon. He had a long trip from Guyana, Marcus Tudor, and Holy Trinity would have a long afternoon dealing with him. They would add another. The rebound to Tudor, yes, with the left foot. He had 3 and St. Jago 4. Hearing you loud and clear, Marcus. 63 minutes. And St. Jago continuing to cause trouble, but they would give up this one. Giving away the ball in the middle of the park, and the substitute, Jamar Rowe, with his first of the season, the Holy Trinity number 2. This was good into the corner. Not the best footwork by Dawkins. Should probably have done better in terms of a save, but great strike by Rowe. And Holy Trinity closing the gap. It would finish 5-2 St. Jago after 90 minutes. The statistics after 90 minutes: St. Jago 5 goals, 10 shots, 9 on target, 2 on target from 6 for Holy Trinity. And it was a busy day for Carl Tyrrell with the whistles. Some 23 fouls, just 2 yellow cards shown, 1 each, 3 offsides for St. Jago, and they had all of the corners as well. More of the saves for Holy Trinity between the sticks, and majority possession for St. Jago. St. Jago, after 90 minutes, defeating Holy Trinity by 5 goals to 2 and solidifying their position at number 3 in the table. Let's hear from Janae, who is with our man of the match.
I'm here with Marcus Tudor from St. Jago High, and we'd like to present you with the man of the match trophy. Well, Marcus, you scored your first hat-trick for the season in this game. How does it feel to come up with the victory?
Yeah, it feels great. It feels great, but I couldn't have done it without my team. So, yeah, thanks to them.
And you're a Guyanese, from Guyana, now playing in Jamaica at the schoolboy football competition. How does it feel to be a part of it?
Well, the experience is quite good, and going forward, we want to win more games and bounce back from our losses.
You have anything to say to your family back in Guyana?
All of them are watching. Hi, Mom.
Oh, thank you and congratulations again. Coach Stewart, you said earlier that their aim is to attain the 3rd place position. How difficult will it be to achieve those goals after this result?
Well, we still have another game against St. Jago. So it's still a battle, but we wanted to win this game to be on the front foot. But we have to come back again and go to the training and see if we can fix some of the things here. You know, these guys are inexperienced. Some of them played, all of them played Money Cup for the first time. Some of them nothing at the club level either. We're rebuilding, but I do believe our terrible first half would have cost us. Second half we played much better. And we just have to go to the training and come back again.
Okay, let's focus on the match. Those first 2 goals back-to-back were like a sucker punch. Was it a case of indiscipline from the defense?
I think we lost focus. When the first goal scored, we lost focus. As I said, inexperience played in again because we should have come back the middle right away to start again. What happened? We dropped our heads and the Jago team was able to knock a good 1-2 around us. And I believe the keeper, our keeper is a very good goalkeeper. So I'm kind of very disappointed in those goals scoring. I've seen him save all of them before. But that's what happened. I believe a little bit of indiscipline and inexperience crept in on us while we can't see the back-to-back goals.
Well, thank you, and we hope to see more great football.
Yes, and congratulations to St. Jago and winning the match today.
Coach Lawrence, this match was a straightforward victory. Were you able to learn much about your team from this encounter?
Yeah, we played in patches today. To go forward, we really need to manage the game a little bit better, especially in the second half. They compacted the middle, and we were still going through the middle because the aim of the first half was to go through the middle, but now they compacted the middle. So it's just a little bit of indiscipline creeped up, but I mean, it's day to day.
Well, you'll have more difficult opposition in the near future. How will you be able to raise your game and prepare for it?
All of them are difficult. And it's on the day. I mean, we lost to Cedar Grove, which we didn't expect to lose to. So there's other teams that we are looking at as a superior, but they can lose as well. So it's on the day, and it's just preparation.
Well, you said all teams are difficult. St. Catherine has one of the meanest defenses in the Manning Cup and certainly won't be as open as Holy Trinity. How do you channel your boys for the adrenaline to face this St. Catherine in your upcoming match?
One of the things with Jago is being hungry, and they're hungry for the loss. St. Catherine gave them a beating, so they're hungry. They're anticipating this game. I think even the second half in this game, they were already preparing for St. Catherine. But I mean, it's going to be tough. It's a derby, but we're prepared. We got our first loss from them, and we're prepared to take back the victory.
Well, we hope to see more hunger from St. Jago.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so there you have it. Thank you very much, Jenny. The final score, St. Jago beating Holy Trinity by 5 goals to 2 in the first of our 2 matches this afternoon here at the Excelsior High School in St. Andrew, Jamaica. Match 1 out of the way. Match 2 still to come. It will be Mona High, and they will be taking on Camperdown. They met on the 20th of September, and it was Mona who won by 9 goals to 2. Camperdown without some of their key players. They will have them this afternoon, and after this we'll find out exactly